people? Just made it out here to Gulf Coast BMW in Houston. I'm about to check out something real special. But before I do that, just a quick product placement. Big shout out to Empress CA for making me this mask. That's Empress Custom Apparel. You guys can check them out on Instagram. I'll drop the tag for you. If you want a mask made, just reach out to them. They'll get one customized for you, whatever design you want on it. It's a pretty solid mask. I'll do a review on it later. But I'm going here, check out this special bike. Alright, we in here. Hello, hello, hello. How you doing? Ooh, there it is.
Nice. Good.
How you doing, sir? Good to meet you.
I'm raised on a simple philosophy.
We've been trying to figure out the generations for a long time, because a lot of people believe the 2010 through 14 is the first gen, right? And then 15 through 19 is the second gen, and the 2020 would be the third gen. But you just said call it the fourth gen.
Ask. I mean, you know, culturally, the Germans definitely have their own internal way of seeing things, and definitely the first generation, 10 to 11, right? Second gen, 12 to 14, 15 to 18 for the gen, and then I like to call this the fourth gen, but they like to definitely call it the second gen.
Okay, got it.
Just because it is a new chassis, it is a new swing arm, you know, on the fourth gen. So when you start swapping not just electronics and seeing how, you know, we have a decade worth of data now to take the double R into even easier to find, seamless in regards to electronics now, and the amount of support that you have. I don't want to call it intrusion anymore, because the first generation was intrusive, meaning the bike definitely wanted to be a little bit more of a rocking horse.
Right.
The dyno charts, unbelievable power. The first gens felt faster, but they had less horsepower. So as the double R's progressed throughout the generations, we figured out how to add power to make it more rideable. You know?
Okay.
And that's what, yeah, absolutely.
There it is, guys. It's the M1000R. Saying that correct?
M1000RR, definitely an M. and you know, for what it's worth, I'm really proud that we haven't given this designation to any of the predecessors, because the performance really dictates if it's an M or not.
Right.
Either it's an M or it's not, and that's based off of performance, period, not just aesthetics. With that being said, if not many people that I know have been fortunate enough to truly get out and drive, let's say, an M car, where it comes from, versus a regular BMW car, it really is that DNA.
Right.
I mean, it's easier to go faster. due to, let's start with the front. Naturally, a lot of riders tend to think that, you know, it's just aesthetics because of the direction we're going in with MotoGP. And no, it's pure function. Absolutely pure function. So, and strong, very strong. They have to be strong because of the amount of downforce. Yeah, they have to be strong with the amount of downforce.
Yeah, it's pretty thick too.
That it creates. So
Carbon?
yeah, yes, yep. And reinforced naturally underneath it. So it's real simple. The more you do this, the more you turn the throttle, the more downforce.
Right.
And what does that translate to? This isn't fast. Looks good, but it's not fast. That's fast. Right. So, and that's only one aspect. All the kind of invisible geometry that you don't see, the revised geometry that we have, the steering head angle, the offsets on the triple trees, really the linkage is really impressive on the rear shock. It's a full race linkage. Again, when they say born on the racetrack, it is a race bike. Headlights and blinkers. So, all the amazing hard parts from the triple trees, everything has a function. Everything has a function to lead up to why it's an M.
Now, this one is your personal?
No, this is a pre-production.
Okay, got it.
There's only 4 in existence right now, and naturally it leads up to what the public's going to be able to enjoy when they come out.
Now, is this the same shooter swing arm that was on the HP4 race?
No, so that was on the HP4 race. Definitely had a suitor swing arm, pure racing swing arm. But there's so much trickle down from a lot of our HP models. Even as anytime you see an HP, for sure, there's obviously a little something that's going to keep carrying on. And for sure, to get that geometry and that lateral grip and force that we're able to achieve to make it more rideable, hold its line better mid-corner, not really push the power across the rear axle and push the bike out of the corner. It's really impressive, the trickle down in some aspects from the HP4 race. Underslung, obviously, swing arm, the performance of a caliper that's underslung also. But really get up in there and look at that billet linkage. It's got a beautiful linkage that really has pure function. Up to 6 millimeter in right height adjustment. So they sound like minuscule increments, but they're really not when it comes down to it.
Now, as far as the electronics and details and the dash, how much of a difference is that from the S1000?
From the standard RR, it's the same 6.5-inch TFT, which is still the largest on the market. So, for sure, yep, definitely distinguish itself as an M. You can't have that light of internals and that high RPM because we've raised it now from 14.3 up to 15.1, and that extra RPM definitely it doesn't just fill your cup overflowing. Yeah, you can't get enough. You can't stop smiling. But again, not to sound cliche, you know, power is nothing without control. You know, and the rideability. I'll sum it up in a second on that. Naturally, the pure riding screen is so simple and easy to read. The most important, mile per hour, gear indicator, RPM. But as we start to go, when you see that symbol, as we start going, just like your 4th generation RR, as we start going into the other core screens, core 1, 2, and 3, you're getting more information now based off of what you want to achieve. Hopefully you're in a controlled environment. Right now you're starting to get a lot more, I call it caveman data, without actually having a race calibration kit and an engineer hooking up to it and reading data to you. The beauty of it is you're going to find out just how much electronic support, and not just positive wheel slip, but how much electronic aid came in from wheelie control, from lean angle. It all works together with the DTC. Naturally, you can watch your lean angle live. I don't recommend it while you're riding. So it records your lean angle left and right. As long as you don't turn the key off, you can come to a stop at the end of your ride, turn the engine off, and just see, wow, really, that's what, 34-degree lean, which is virtually not much at all. You don't realize, but it's nice to get a hard number in correlation to what that degree of lean is as riders, right? We tend to, we push a little bit. We push ourselves. We like to, it's our own personal roller coaster, right? Don't tell me you're not a control freak.
Oh,
that's your own, exactly. Yeah. But,
I ride to my best ability. I don't push the limit too much.
No, good answer. But at the same time, think about it. As we start to predetermine the layers of support, that all this fancy talk, at the end of the day, with all this technology, it takes longer to run out of skill, if you ask me. Only because I've been fortunate enough to ride everything it competes against. And naturally, the industry, technology is getting better. But at the end of the day, I'll sum it up as this. To be able to not shift the pendulum of skill sets to only advanced riders, to be able to ride this, or even your S1000RR, your 2020, when we can find that balance to where we went lighter and more powerful, but keep it rideable, and keep it rideable for broad skill sets. You're not any less of a rider if you're in sport mode on a perfect traction day, because if that's where you're at in your riding, you're taking advantage of all the electronics. What's wrong with having that support? And truly, it's exciting for me to just see how many riders it's enhanced their lives. They get that confidence. Naturally, confidence makes us want to do this, but when we get a little overconfident, we have all those layers of insurance to say, hey, you can't possibly have that degree of lean in that throttle position in the predetermined mode when you say, hey, it's a low traction environment, or I can go on for days.
Yeah,
this
awesome. Is good stuff. I just have one more question.
Yeah,
with the app, how much data can you, with the BMW app?
Yep.
I read that you can collect a lot of information and be able to display that.
There is a lot of information. I personally haven't been able to be connected to it yet. I know there's 300 racetracks that are already preloaded.
Oh, damn.
And that'll really give you, again, I don't want to start speaking too soon.
Okay.
Not seeing the different, if it gives you segment splits, but there's definitely, with the way technology is going, the way apps are going, it's just awesome to take even a little older, not as svelte rider as myself, and it's crazy because I can actually still turn what people feel are commendable lap times with less effort, because it's cheating. It's so easy now to ride, and for riders to really learn the craft of riding without that steep learning curve or even flat learning curve the hard way, so it's amazing to see what riders can get away with all the electronics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate the time and all the details. Appreciate you, Mr. Nate Kern.
Yeah, just Nate.
Mr. Nate, thank you. And I'll go ahead and
jump up on there.
Take a couple pictures.
It's like a low-tech drone. Oh my God, I can't. That's you, man. Match your shirt. Depends on which hoodie. Now you got 3 choices.
No, he the one that told me about it. He was like, man, he's thinking about the M. I was like, okay, well, they having a viewing today, so let's go check it out.
That's all I can say. I mean, listen, aesthetically, now that I've seen it, it's final movie, because all the test ones that we ran were black and red.
Look inside. There's nothing in here.
That's it. Like it's modified from the front to the back.
Nothing in there. Headlights are fake.
I was gonna tell you.
There you have it, folks. And I had to, let me take this out. I had to get up out of there because any longer, I probably would have made a decision I ain't trying to make right now. But man, that M1000 is beautiful, man. Man, that's a pretty bike. So we'll see what happens in due time. But I appreciate Nate for all the details and all the information he shared about the bike. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend.